Double hook, especially if you're, sometimes you got a lot of junk fish in the area. I even go to single hook and then use a whole herring, especially around the Sanderfeld Bridge. But double hook most of the time, you get a better chance.
I'm just like him. If it's shrimp baits, double hooks, because I like to keep a lot of scent, a lot of stuff out there. Also, I'll mix and match my shrimp. One hook might have grass shrimp, the other one might have ghost shrimp, depends. If I'm fishing herring, single hook, right through the eye, fluching leader, just like we used to fish for those things called salmon.
Yeah. What's that? Those silver things, I've read about them.
I'm an outlaw here, 100% single hook. I've come to the conclusion that I catch just as many fish with a single 5 or 6 aught hook than with a double hook. I don't know if it's just a coincidence, but single hook all the way. Cheap ping pong.
Yeah, single hook, less bait like they said, but it is also a lot safer with you guys. I don't know if you guys ever had one in a fish and one in your hand. It's no fun. It's no fun. Especially back in the wire leader days, you don't have the wire cutters on your boat, and you're trying to cut this wire leader with a knife. It just ain't happening. And it was ugly. That was one of the worst. It was ugly. And, but yeah, single hook's best. Sometimes my deckhand, my son, he likes to put a floating one on there, a floating smaller hook on the leader itself. It's not still, it just floats kind of right above the sinker that we put on the line. And that's caught a numerous amount of fish, but it has a tendency of foul hooking inside of the face too, making it a little more difficult to land. But
Fight harder.
there you go. That's him. But other than that, yeah, single hook for us. And mono.
Steve?
Okay, wait, Mike has something else to say here.
One more thing about double hooks. I don't know, I'll bet you more than one person around here has had a fish on a double hook rig come to the net, and guess what hook caught into the net?
Throw the net in.
Probably meant really good for the sturgeon population. So that's another reason why we like single hooks.
I've experienced that. I had to go to the second net before. Okay, last question. Give us our take on contours. They go up and down. Up and down. I don't spend a lot of time looking for the contour. I know where they all are because I've been fishing these waters for so long. I know you kind of, over a period of time, you learn where they're going to go, where they're going to be, and you know what part of the tide to be there at a contour, where they're going to push up against it, or they're going to be feeding on the clam bed and all that. That's just my take on it. Contours.
Last question. Contours play a role in any type of fishing we do, halibut fishing, striper fishing, sturgeon fishing. I look at a lot of contours. I like fishing depth changes. What a lot of people don't realize, a depth change, whether it's 6 inches or 8 feet, it creates a current break. And so a lot of times when you're looking on your graph and you see a high spot, that's a contour. You'll see the fish on the backside in the slacker water. They're feeding, right? It's a less area for them to to have to work. So I look for contours. I always fish on contours.
I fish contours also, you find where the contours. The classic one around here we call the horseshoe. I mean, it bottles the main channel above the mothball fleet, just funnels all the fish right down the center of that thing. You'll see probably 50 boats there tomorrow, so you guys will all be there. I know you will. But there you go. It's his spot. But other than that, contour lines, all the fishing we do, like a fish will be. It could be the temperature in the water, whatever they want to be. Like you see all the fish at 30 feet, they'll be at 30 feet, they won't be at 25 feet, they won't be at 35 feet, they want to be on that 30-foot contour. It could be the temperature. I mean, I'm not a sturgeon, I don't know why they want to be there. Certain days they want a certain depth. If you're not in that depth, you're not going to catch a fish.
I think it's back to finding the line of fish sucking up to the bottom on that contour.
I'm definitely all about the contours. I think that the changes kind of stirs up the bait. That's where the fish are going to go. And if any of you have ever had the pleasure of fishing with my dock partner or myself in San Francisco and seen what walks behind our boats,
Those are contours.
we're all about the contours too.
Oh yeah,
I fish depth. I fish depth out of the bay, a little different than up here, but I fish the depth. I've been fishing that bay about 34 years, so I kind of know where the fish are going to be, when they're going to be, at what time, at the time of the tide. I look at that book, and that book is the Bible. So I fish the depths. I look at a certain spot, and I say the tide is right in that spot, and I'm going to go there. It might be 3 feet of water, and I don't see anything on the meter because I'm in 3 feet of water. But stick it out, and all of a sudden, boom, you got a fish.
Up here, we fish more contours. I think that a GPS is just as important as a fish finder to find those depths. And it really does make a difference on the water movement on the bottom. If you find those contour lines and stuff that you follow, it really does work.
I'm kind of like Frank. I've been out here for a million years, and when you fish San Pablo Bay, you can look at that fish finder. Like we started out with those Deca things there, with the flashers. I mean, you can go forever, and that bottom never changes. So sometimes contours are a little tough, but Jay's right. Sometimes 6 inches will make all the difference in the world. You know, besides contours, you know, we look at the water. You'll see current changes. You'll see rips. You know, anything that's different that represents some type of a different current flow or something, and fish are just basically lazy. They want to feed against the current in the least amount of current that they can find. So, but fishing the flats is so much different. One thing though, after all these years, and it is fascinating out on the bay, the fish show up year after year after year in some of the same spots. And you can go out there and look on your meter all day long and never see anything at all. Yet, every October, there they are. And it's got to be something about the current or something like that.
Okay, this is a serious one. I'm going to echo what he says because one day I was fishing near Frank and we couldn't have been more than, what, 20 yards maybe from each other. And I watched him put in 8 sturgeon in an hour, to the point of where I watched him go, ooh, 2 hanging, 3 hanging, and literally we didn't get a bite. When he left, I pulled right in on his spot. We got 3 within 20 minutes. Went there the next day, we caught 5 in an hour. And that particular spot is marked in my GPS. There's a big contour right there. And I mean, that's how important it really is with those fish.
And what are those numbers?
122 and 37.
Good man.
Okay, Darren. I'm sorry, Darren busted me
Are they
in.
using the balance beam or are they using the Scotty rod holder? What are they using?
That's a question.
Well, this is a marketing question. Balance beams, Scotty rod holders, and all that. I'm going to let you come up and talk to them individually because we all have our own opinions. I think personally, I'll tell you me so you don't have to come bug me. Balance beams are good. I use these VIX rods, which have that fiberglass front end, and they're so light. I mean, I can move the line a ½ inch. If you're using a heavy rod, 40-pound test, where you're not going to see the light bites, go to a balance beam. It's just your own particular style of fishing, and you need a lot of these guys use them. You need to talk to them about the balance beams because they will help you in certain circumstances. Okay. With that said, back to contours. I have to concur with my dock partner in San Francisco, Captain Don, because when I first went over there, you know, in Martinez, I can get in, clean my boat up in about 30 minutes. Okay. I get to my berth in San Francisco on the wharf, and I can't get it done in under an hour. And it has to do with contours going by on the wharf there. It's like, it's tough. It's tough. Anyway. Okay. Before I leave, because I'm pretty much done at this point, I want to say tomorrow, fog, use your numbers, go slow, be safe. If there's fog, please. I personally would find my line of fish, whether it's on a contour or wherever you find that line of fish going through, sit on them and fish them. Don't be chasing radio fish because you'll kill yourself. That's my personal advice. Martinez Bait, Martinez Marina, all the girls, all the girls that work there, they do a ton of work for me, and I really appreciate it. Cache Valley, Linda, unbelievable job Linda did. How about a round of applause for all these people that make this happen? One other thing, I want to thank all my captains. They're straight up with you. They're telling you, you can tell they're telling the honest opinion because we're all contradicting. We got our own styles and we're going to say what we like to do, okay? Because it's really not going to hurt our business to share it with you. And you got to really appreciate these guys telling what you say. So a big round of applause for my captains here. Thank you. With that said, I'd like to take about a 5-minute break, and please, again, if you haven't bought raffle tickets yet, these are some killer prizes. Mike, you better take your rod and reel with you because I'll raffle that baby off. But killer prizes, I mean, this reel alone is $600, and the money goes for my Waymasters and the kids next year. So, you know, dig in and get some. Oh, one more thing. This is the pole. This is the pole that they're going to measure your fish with. The tape measure, some of them have tape measures, some of them don't. It's really not relative. You see the green area, you're going to put the front of the fish right here at the tip, and if the tail falls within that green area... No,
This is 46. 46 to the end of that cap.
yeah, so you put the nose over here.
Not that cap. This side. This side.
No.
Take a look at it. It says 46
come on.
Yeah, 46, so you got to start over here. If you start over there, a 14-inch fish is going to be bigger. Okay, let me start again. Craig, the nose of the fish goes here.
No! The nose goes right here. The cap doesn't.
Oh, I would stand to be corrected. Not the cap of the red zone. The 1 inch starts on this particular one, the red starts right at the end of the cap. So the nose of the fish goes there, and it's 46 inches to the green, and then 66 to the end of the green. So the tail's got to fall in this zone. Your Waymasters will talk you through it. Okay, they're going to say it. They're not going to damage a fish if it's really close. They're going to give it a good close call. But this is what they look like. They may hand you this because they don't want to come close to your boat. You want the boats banging into each other if there's any kind of chop out there or anything. They'll hand you this. Lay that down with the fish in the water. Ideally, we want the fish in the water. Overall priority, again, is the condition of the fish to be released. Okay? We got extra Waymasters this year. So, one other thing, we're trying to get as many kids fishing as we can. We have one grandmother with a kid that's trying to get on a boat to get the kid fishing. So if anybody can help out, talk to Amy over there. If you can squeeze grandma and the kid on the boat fishing.
They did come up to our office and said they did have room.
So if you have room, to just let them jump on, let the kid do some fishing. It's just, grandma's not going to fish, she's going to be the kid, just the kid's going to fish. Okay?
One question about the kid, I'm not too sure that if they get a small striker or a small sturgeon, will we call the Waymaster?
Okay, good question. I didn't touch on this, I was supposed to. Kids fishing, they get a small striper, they catch anything. They're going to have to get a ticket to get in the drawing for prizes, okay? You're going to call Jeremy on 68, or if you're going to use the phone because 68's busy, you're going to use his phone number on that sheet. Call him before you call me, because I'm going to have to just transfer it to him and say, hey, my kid's got a 10-inch flounder, okay? If he's got a Waymaster nearby, he'll come over, take a picture of it, and give the kid a ticket. If my Waymasters are busy with sturgeon, he's going to tell you, get your cell phone, take a shot of it with the kid, and come and see me later when I can, and I'll get the kid a ticket that way, okay? We're not going to jeopardize the sturgeon being released. We're just going to give the kid a ticket. Okay? Yeah, I mean, teach your kids honor. And obviously, you just, they catch a fish, I'm not going to dispute it. I want them to get in. I want them to have a good time. I don't want to teach the kids cheating, but I want to have a good time and get a chance for a prize. If they got a fish, just take a quick snapshot. You can actually text it to me if you want, and I'll have the photo and I'll give them a ticket. So, yeah, call the Waymaster, because he might be sitting by near you and he's not doing anything. He'll run up, take a picture of the fish and give you the ticket right there, and you won't have to track us down later. Okay? But if he's busy, he won't. Okay, and with that said, about a quick 5-minute break, everybody. Thank you. I really appreciate you guys, the quality fishermen we have, and then we're going to get right to the raffle.